All right, we got a 2002 Ford F150. The shift lever will not move. Stiff, really stiff. And when you apply the brake, stiff, stiff, stiff. So we're gonna get to it. All right, you wanna first start off by removing your knee bolster down here. It's a couple of 7mm screws and two 8mm screws that hold on the bracket, and your clips that hold on to your hood latch, and the clips that hold on to your emergency brake release. After you remove that, lower it, and then you're gonna remove your steering column cover, a couple of bolts under here. Don't know exactly what they are yet, but I'll let you know. Remove the cover. Once you remove the cover, go up under there, find your bolts for your actual steering column. Remove the steering column bolts that are mounting it. Let it drop down. It'll give you access to where you need to be at that point. So underneath there, there's gonna be 3 Phillips, 1, 2, and 3. Phillips screwdriver. Go ahead and remove those. All right, these are all the knee bolster mounting screws. The silver ones right here, they're gonna mount the brake release and the hood release latch. These 4 black ones are gonna want to be on the perimeter of the actual knee bolster itself. And then these 2 are gonna mount the knee bolster to the dash frame itself. So you should have a total of 10 altogether, 4 of these, and then 2 of those. You need them all? No, but that's what's there. All right, in order to drop your steering column, you're gonna have 8 13mm bolts. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's gonna be 4 holding this bracket up to the underside of it. Once you remove those 4, then you got 4 more of the same bolts holding the actual column up. Lower it, and then you'll have access to your shift tube. All these are T30s. You're gonna take these T30s out. You got a pin right here on the actual shift lever. You're gonna knock that pin out to remove the actual shift stick. And well, you don't have to, yeah, you're gonna have to do that right now. Take this off first, that way you can remove the shift tube out of it. Because if not, you're gonna have to remove this whole thing right there. And that's just another headache with it itself. So. Oh yeah. Yeah, just go ahead and remove it right now. Leave that out the way. And then get your screws off of there. You're gonna have T30s. Get this out the way. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 on the back side of that. 2, 4, 6, and then you got 1 right there. Let's get those all off. So the part number is going to be 905102. So on the old shift linkage, shift tube, these holes right there for the pin, they were fucking perfectly symmetrical. Yeah. Needle nose? Which one? Oh, the switch to. So on the new one, the pins didn't go through, so I had to kind of waddle out the holes a little bit on the new one to get the pin to push through. And it was on the back side. The front side pin for the shift lever went in perfect, but for this one, for the little notch, the little mechanism that slides in there with the spring, pin wouldn't go through. So yeah, that's what you might have to do. So the breakdown of this thing usually doesn't fail. What fails is the shift lock solenoid. When the shift lock solenoid fails, it fails to disengage the shift lever when the brake is applied. Thus it makes people apply way too much force to shift this. Once they shift it, bam, it's gonna break. It's gonna break at the ears where it connects onto the column. But the actual culprit would be the shift lock solenoid. So you can replace the shift lock solenoid, or you can just do away with it. Either way, whatever your preference is. But that's usually the culprit of it that leads to this being broken. So just a little word of advice. If you're changing this, it's probably because it got broken because the shift lock solenoid wasn't releasing the lever. So yeah, a little bit of game on that. So if you're looking at this in the vehicle, the shift solenoid is going to be on this side of it. which is on the left side of the steering wheel. It's gonna be a cylinder that's attached to the bracket that loops around over here. Sorry about that. It loops around with one of the T30s, well, 2 of the 330s. All you gotta do is just delete that off of it. Delete the interlock cylinder out of it, and it'll shift fine. The only thing is you won't need to depress the brake for it to shift. So if you care about that, then replace the solenoid. If you don't care about that, don't replace the solenoid. Just do away with it. It'll be fine. But get your shift tube mounted, delete your interlock, and reverse the dismantle procedure for installation. I'm not going to go through the installation procedure with everything because if you took it apart, you should know how to put it back together. If not, just press rewind on the video. If not, just get somebody that know what they're doing to do it. But yeah, that'll get your F150, F250, 2000 through like 2003 or 98 through 2003, something like that. That'll get that right.